Natasha Perry is a passionate senior clinical and health psychologist with the Hunter New England Local Health District. In her role, she utilises her clinical experience and expertise to lead initiatives that aim to improve the quality of care for people accessing the health service. She is also a conjoint lecturer at the University of Newcastle. Throughout her career, Natasha has written scientific journal articles, co-written textbook chapters, and has had her work presented at several national and international conferences. She was awarded a Churchill Fellowship in 2016, which took her on an extensive worldwide trip investigating the effectiveness of treatment programs for young people with substance use problems and related complexities. Outside of work, she's an amateur golfer, food snob, and self-proclaimed art critic. She enjoys the beach and playing board games with family and friends. Hi Natasha, thanks for joining us.
Thank you, it's great to be here.
What career path led you to where you are now?
I did a psychology degree and then did a 2-year internship, and because I'm a bit of a glutton for punishment, after that I did a Doctor of Clinical and Health Psychology and had worked in a variety of different settings and really realised that the public sector is where I wanted to be. So after that, a few years in the public sector, I kind of realised pretty quickly that there's not really a career path as such that leads, to the role I'm in now, because psychologists typically do their clinical work. So for me, it was kind of walking along the path that was less travelled, stopping at a few roundabouts, giving way at times, and then kind of trusting that the light would eventually turn green. So the last few years have really been full steam ahead, and the breadth of work that I've been doing in my career since then has really opened up a lot of opportunities for me. So if there's an opportunity that I've been interested in and that door is knocking, I'll open the door and have probably gently nudged a few doors open as well, maybe made a bit of noise about the squeaky doors along the way, and here I am. But essentially for me, I could never have imagined the doors that my Churchill Fellowship has opened, travelling internationally, putting my hand up to really try to put my hat in the ring and make a difference has been phenomenal.
So what motivates and drives you?
My motivation really comes from the people that we treat. Mm-hmm. I support a team of clinicians and also maintain some clinical work myself. So I'm really motivated by hearing clients' stories. I think when you have an understanding of somebody's background and what it is that they really need from you, that's really motivating to help yourself push your boundaries and get out of your comfort zone to really help clients be the best that they can be. And I'm really fortunate that I'm in a role where I get to support other clinicians to help them be the best clinician that they can be. But on a more personal level, my motivation really comes from within, I guess. I need to be challenged. I like the hard work. I need to have a variety of things to do that kind of satisfies all of the different parts of me, and that constant need for me to identify gaps and try and work out solutions that haven't really been done before is really what keeps me going.
What's been the biggest learning curve in your career?
There's been many. Probably the biggest learning curve for me is to really slow down and take things at their own pace. I tend to work hard and fast, and working in the public sector in such a large organisation within an even broader system has really slowed me down in thinking, how do the changes that we make have an influence on the broader system? So often the clients that we're seeing don't just need our service, they need other health services, they need potentially education involvement with the justice system, the non-government organisation, the private sector, the hospital system, and all of our systems don't really work. Whilst we try to collaborate, they don't work neatly together, so everyone's got different clinical backgrounds and databases and different KPIs, and that can be really challenging at times. So I think just acknowledging that takes time, and to persist still is a big, I'm still on that curve, I think.
Natasha, where would you like to be in 10 years' time?
It's really hard to imagine for me what opportunities are out there in 10 years' time. I'm in a role at the moment that is really fulfilling. I get to work on a variety of projects that keep me challenged and interested. And so I think in 10 years' time, I hope to be doing much of what I'm doing the same now, but because I'm in a role that is constantly evolving, there's always new projects to work on, new people to collaborate with, that we can really try and make our system, better than it already is. So I don't really know what's in store for me, but I think at the moment I've kind of followed my interest, and I've always been engaged in what I'm doing, so I hope that there'll be more opportunities in the future.
And to finish today, have you had any significant hunter-based mentors during your career that inspire you?
I've had many. I've been really fortunate to work with a variety of people throughout my career, psychiatrists, psychologists, even administration workers always bring me some kind of inspiration. But this question really made me think about our clinical director, Professor Adrian Dunlop. He is also the Chief Addiction Medicine Specialist for the state Drug and Alcohol branch, and he's been really that person who kind of pushes me to do the things outside of my comfort zone that think maybe, I won't apply for that, or I'm just floating this idea past him, and he'll kind of really strengthen it and help me kind of turn it into something great. So I'm really fortunate to have the opportunity to work so closely with him.
That's fantastic. Thanks so much for your time today.
Thank you.